This week, we sip on some estrogen-rich Earl Grey.
And our fierce final girls finally get their flowers. All this and more on the latest.
And the Gayest.
And hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm fine, thank you for
Oh
asking.
my goodness. I didn't ask, but
you,
thanks
had to,
for...
you had to clarify. You're like, I didn't ask, but
No, I didn't really, but thanks, I guess, you know?
of course,
I
of course, of course.
It's
Well,
always
welcome back.
always
To,
appreciated.
always appreciate it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another wonderful, slay-tacular episode of the latest and the gayest with me, your host Josh, and my wonderful co-host that needs no introduction, but will still anyways.
Hi, Alex. What's up? Nice
Alex.
to be here. Oh my gosh.
Finally, after
I
I think an
know.
hour of technical difficulties.
That may have been the longest sound check we've ever done in in our 2 seasons of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This
It was
this
truly
was this
rotted.
was genuinely a stumper, guys. Like, holy crap.
Well, because my camera, not my camera. Well, my camera did get fucked up too, but my mic when the clamp is fucked up. And it's
Yeah,
something that happened
we
before. Focus, please.
oh,
Thank you. Um,
hello.
hello. Hey,
Hello.
how y'all doing?
No, it's
I saw
like
this thing. I think I saw it on like a sibling rivalry where like if your camera gets
it's
out of
like
focus, you like put your hand up and you push it back, like
it's
it's
like
to
the
focus.
like doing the it's like you're like when you're one of those like YouTube makeup influencers, like,
Mm-hmm.
hey guys, so
So I'm trying out this new.
this is my primer.
Absolutely.
It's really good. God,
Never understood why they did that, but
now it's like dark as shit in here. Alexa, lights 50%. Alexa, lights 80%.
they just keep on coming.
Alexa, lights 90%. Alexa, lights 100%.
Oh my god.
I still, it's like, this is
Maybe
the
your camera?
problem, dude. The fucking light in here sucks ball sack. I am eventually gonna have to get, I know I have like I have a ring light
Mm-hmm.
somewhere,
You do,
somewhere
yeah.
here. I know I have one somewhere. I just don't know where the fuck it went to. Because I lose
'Cause you need
shit
it.
constantly. This is a constant problem with me. I'm one of those people, and I don't even have like, I don't have ADHD or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm one of those people where like as soon as I put something down, it evaporates.
It
And then
disintegrates to
I
the
have to
ether.
spend like 45 minutes looking for it.
Or $45 getting a new one, which yeah, you're right.
Literally. Like my couch in my apartment, this fucking thing, if you have to make sure like if you put your phone down, oh see, there you go. Now like the sun's coming back out and now the
Oh
light
no.
is readjusting.
It's hard on these streets.
Anyway, it's see, it sucks because the light my my the bedroom that I'm in right now, the light kind of directly faces my windows. So if
Mm.
the clouds come by, that's it.
It's over, Diva.
That's it, girl.
Well, it's over.
Um but like so the fucking couch in my apartment, if you put your phone down for like 1 second, if it's
Mm.
not like directly on the cushion, say
She's
goodbye.
taking a journey. Mm.
Say goodbye to your phone. Say goodbye to the TV remote. Say goodbye to anything precious you have ever loved in your entire life, because that thing will swallow it whole.
That's a nice couch though.
It is, yes. We got it from Lance's mom, our wonderful tech producer.
Thank
when
you,
his
Lance's
mom,
mom.
yeah, when she was selling their house that they grew up in, we got to take some pickings. Oh, see, there
Mm.
you go. Now it's going away again. Now I
It's
look
like you
dark
got
and
now you
but
look like the you're what
yeah,
we do in the shadows.
I'm gonna have to invest in like blackout curtains and then just like it I don't know anymore, man. But
See, part of why I was having issues is because I have a giant piece of cardboard in front of my window.
okay,
Actually, if you
that
still like, so you know, like the little like thing we okay, you know, actually, I'll talk about it later because they don't
oh
care about this. They don't. The,
oh
the audience doesn't care about technical talk. How have you been? How's your week been?
it's been a long week. Let's just say lots of this week, and it's been a lot of exciting highs and a lot of lows. Um,
Hmm.
for a lot of everyone involved. I think just like it's one of those. It was one of those weeks where like when I was posting on all the accounts for all the new stuff we have, because just a friendly reminder, we now have so much new content. You get two mini episodes per week along with the regular episode on Tuesdays. So, oh, here's the sun again.
Here
Go
comes the
stream that
sun.
on exclusively on all of our available streaming services like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and now iHeartRadio. We are now available on iHeartRadio, so go find us on iHeartRadio. But anyway, when I was like posting on all the accounts,
Hmm.
it felt so weird because I was trying to keep up, we got to keep up appearances, but at the same
Hmm.
time there was a lot of really intense stuff going on behind the scenes
Hmm.
that I'm not going to get into, but
Fair enough.
um it felt so weird being like, oh my God, you guys, new episode, go
Oh my god.
stream, while behind the scenes everyone's like sad and depressed and like crying
Hmm.
and lonely.
Yeah,
So it's yeah,
it's been interesting to say the least.
it's interesting, yeah.
Mm.
But
Well,
I think I'm just thank, Xenu or whoever the
Xenu.
fuck. I don't I've said it
Xenu.
before and
Who's Xenu?
I don't know. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't practice any like organized religion.
But
Um
there's so many pop girlies out there that you
I
could explore.
have I know and I'm like
So
I
many
the only
Jennifer Cool. Did you see Jennifer Coolidge's freaking the photo shoot she
oh
just did?
Jennifer Coolidge
And you're praising
becoming
Xenu?
Vice President of Chromatica.
Yeah.
Jennifer
I haven't heard
Coolidge,
that. Oh
the
my
new
god.
Vice
That's
President of
basically what happened.
Chromatica. Literally, like she's fucking like dressing up with the Power Rangers. Like you can't tell me those aren't the Power Rangers next to
Those
her.
are the Power Rangers. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Vice
Jennifer Coolidge and the
President
Power
Chromatica.
Rangers, like in Chromatica.
Slaying.
How
I don't know for what or for why that photo shoot was for, but I'm like, you know what?
I am obsessed with
Sure,
it. I'm
sure.
obsessed with it
Why the fuck not?
regardless.
I am
Genuinely.
too.
No, I think honestly, like the only people that I worship are Taylor Swift,
Oh my goodness.
Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek, and Jennifer Coolidge. That
Okay.
is it. Those
So
are
me and
my
my
god. Those are my goddesses. Those are who I
I feel that.
worship.
Me and my coworker had this running joke where, well, basically, I had this really annoying coworker named James, and whenever he
Oh,
would just start saying dumb shit, I mean, he knows how I feel about him, but
oh,
he's also one of my favorite people.
oh,
Um, he tries to annoy
oh,
me, and I annoy him back. But he'd
oh.
be like saying some dumb shit, and I'd just be like, "Your mom." That's it. That's my response to him every
Your
single
mom.
time. Your
Your
mom.
mom.
And like sometimes it'll be like just like, "Hey Josh, like, have you seen the carrot grinder?" And I'll be like, "Your mom." Shut the fuck up, James. Um,
Yeah, like,
but
hey, where's the measuring cup? Your mom.
your mom exactly. And He watched White Lotus. I didn't watch White Lotus. I just know about the end of White Lotus,
I've
which
seen
spoiler warning for
um
the end of White Lotus.
I know. I've seen up until halfway through. I've seen the entire first season, and I have only seen halfway through the second season.
Oh, do you know how it ends?
I know that Jennifer Coolidge dies.
Okay, I won't go too far into it then
I
because
know that she gets shot. And
no,
please, these gays,
yeah,
they're
they're
trying to
trying.
murder me.
Oh my god, no, yeah. Basically,
Please,
like,
these gays,
oh,
they're
we'll
trying
have
to
to
murder me.
we'll have to revisit this then because I don't want to spoil it for you. But basically, Jennifer Coolidge is my mom, and he always makes fun of Jennifer
Right.
Coolidge and makes fun of her, and by making fun of her is making fun of me. Is what James does. Is the
And
short
so
of the
basic,
story.
yeah, so basically you're like destroying my entire family. So I
Yes,
hope you feel proud about that.
I hope you feel good
For
about that.
and speaking of Jennifer Coolidge, let's take a
Let's take a
break.
break.
And we're back. Wow, thank you so much. And now
Wonderful.
it is finally time to get down into some wild, wacky, crazy, kooky, just all around insanity, some fucking madness, in some queer news in a little segment that we like to call Queer Quandaries.
Love.
Anyway, so this week there has been a lot about Mr. Mr. Ron DeSantis.
Ronald. Yep.
Ronald DeSantis, he has been in the news quite a bit recently. And for many reasons, but this one I could not I couldn't not mention this. So recently, an appointee for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, he was appointed to a new oversight board in control of Disney's special tax district called Homosexuality Evil, quote unquote. He was appointed last year, and he was sharing his lovely theory on how drinking tap water can make you gay. Yes,
Okay. First of all, what gay person drinks tap water?
it's true. I we
None of us. None of
I
us.
have I have for Christmas my Lance's mom got us a water purifier. It is a big honkin' machine that has like all these different filters and shit. But regardless, I will say it does produce some clean ass water. So that water is sure as hell purified. So we be getting some good quality water over here.
Something that good.
Anyway,
Good.
um,
Oh, have you ever? So that
what
reminds me. You know that TikTok where it's like, there's something in the water turning the frogs
the
gay.
frick make the friggin' frogs gay?
That's me.
Oh, love. Okay.
Gay frogs.
But so a CNN file of Perry, who was the guy's fucking who's fucking the guy something uh I can't even remember the guy's name, but anyway,
That
the
guy.
name, yeah, the dude, the appointee, they did a in CNN did a interview of some comments that they had found about this guy. He was making derogatory remarks about the LGBTQ plus community, and this is what he had to say. So why are there homosexuals today? There are any number of reasons, that are given. Some would say the increase in estrogen in our societies. There's estrogen in the water from birth control pills. They can't get it out. This was said during a Zoom discussion in early 2022 of January 2022. It was eventually put onto YouTube, and he went on to say the level of testosterone in men broadly in America has declined by 50 points in the last 10 years, and so maybe that's part of it. But there's more. But the big part I would suggest to you, based upon what it's saying here, is the removal of constraint. So our society provided the constraint, and so which is the responsibility of a society to constrain people from doing evil? Well, you remove the constraints, and then evil occurs. This is, anyway. So according to this man, who again works for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, these are people that are in politics, and these are people that are in our freaking political system. Um, because of all the birth control pills, that all that estrogen is just seeping into the tap water, and it's turning all the men gay.
No, I mean that.
Like all that stuff just flowing into the tap water, like turning the freaking frogs gay. Like
So
just
okay, so I what I don't understand because there's a few layers to this. Well, first of all, something an image that popped into my mind too recently when you said like there's estrogen in the water. I
yeah.
imagine like go with like a oil drum of estrogen just dumping it into the water.
Like the Boston Tea Party, but with the fucking Boston estrogen party.
The Boston estrogen party. That would actually be a pretty fierce like
I would attend that.
yeah like
I'd
some kind
I'd
of
buy, I'd buy tickets
I'd
to
go
attend. I'd
I
go
I'd
I'd
buy
go
tickets to
dump
the Boston estrogen
I'd go
party.
dump some estrogen in the
In the
Boston
water.
harbor.
Oh my god.
I would,
Um,
yeah.
but
But
also
hey,
like so
get your
the
tits out.
only the get your tits. Um, the only way that I'm like imagining that like so women are so she's saying women are taking birth control,
Yep.
and I'm assuming that like he thinks that once it like goes, which I guess he think, which does he think they pee out the estrogen in the birth,
Apparently, apparently, some of
and
the
then that's
estrogen just like
and we're just
gets
drinking like that piss water that
into,
doesn't get
yeah,
filtered. Like
the water system, and I guess he thinks that the estrogen in the birth control pills that women are taking is it's not filterable. So he thinks that it just stays in the water no matter how much it gets filtered, and then they just get like estrogen water, and then it's making everyone gay. So
but like I just like I don't. But then like also there's some people taking like tests like I don't know. I just so then in his
testosterone
mind,
pills.
but not testosterone pills, but like someone taking like steroids,
Oh yeah.
would that put like testosterone in the water?
Oh. So
Which it
if
doesn't.
everyone,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
so should
If
everyone just start taking steroids to balance out, all that estrogen that we're apparently getting?
I guess
Every,
so.
just everyone, just you heard it here first. Everyone, go on steroids, and
And the
then
frogs won't be gay anymore.
yep, we'll all be straight as a board, straight as a
See,
stripper pole.
what most of the people fail to understand is that like even if being gay was a choice, it's still more fun than being straight. So
Oh, absolutely.
I'm staying on
Come
this
on
side
now.
of the fence.
Even if I had the choice to be gay for some reason,
Hmm.
I as as much as I dislike men, because let's be real, men
Meh.
really.
Bottom rung.
However, I am in a very loving and committed relationship. So, um, but regardless, men are disgusting. But being gay
The
is
gay
just,
lifestyle is fun.
we have more exciting nightlife. We have more exciting, like, shows and programming and music and like all this
Hmm.
other stuff. And like, I have zero interest in playing some fucking croquet and listening to John Mellencamp. You know, putting on some good old fucking Steven Tyler Aerosmith and playing croquet with my dude bros. Down in
Sounds.
down in a good old I don't know, Stella Artois. Is that a beer that straight people drink?
I don't know. I don't drink beer.
Or Bud Light? I don't know. I feel
Let's
like
do Bud Light.
yeah,
Bud
Bud
Light's
Light's
pretty.
that's a
That's
crappy
pretty
one.
heinous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a crappy beer. I would say so.
Am I allowed to say that? I don't
Okay,
know. That's fine. Anyways.
I don't care. I you can put me on record to say that Bud Light sucks.
Fair enough.
If
I'll
I
I'll
have to
take it.
get if I have to get bleeped out, whatever. But anyway,
If they take me to court, so be it.
fine.
All right.
I will not. I have zero interest. But anyway, what have you got for us?
So, according to Monitor Uganda, there was a march against homosexuality last Friday in the city of Jinja. Marchers held signs that said things such as "Say no to LGBT" and "Gayism is evil," which that second one I
Gayism?
might agree with. Gayism.
Okay.
Never heard of her, but
All right.
the
It's a
Faisal Mosque at
it's a new
also
one.
this is in Oahu, Uganda. I apologize for all the mispronunciations that I might be doing here. But the Faisal Mosque in Mavole Crescent also held an anti-LGBT rally. The Union of Eastern Muslim Scholars chairperson Shafi Songolo spoke at the rally. He is quoted as saying, "The mouth and the nose are open in nature, but their functions are totally different. You cannot breathe through your mouth because God created a nose with hair inside that filters dust. Having different organs does not mean they will help each other in performing a certain task." The Ginger City education officer, Haruna Mulopa, urged school leaders to monitor student behavior and try to actively avoid cases of homosexuality.
Hmm.
So, something too that I also want to point out that you can breathe through your mouth and because I guess what he's getting at is that like there's like the men and women physiologically like
Right.
I don't even I can't put in the words exactly what I was trying to say, but it's basically being like you were given the body parts you have for a reason and they're supposed to
Right.
operate a certain way.
Okay.
And I guess I think too said like the nose hairs filter out things. There are things in your lungs that like filters out the dust and the nastiness.
Yeah.
So even then, like that's not true. Like your mouth is it inferior to breathing because it just has
Exactly.
so just like it doesn't scan
It's not like it doesn't have the ability to process,
air.
impurities and stuff like that. It's not I mean, your body's not a granted, your body is not, a fucking flesh and blood air purifier, but
Nor
it's not like it can't process anything that's not 100% clean.
it's
I
pretty
mean,
wild. And also like this
we
thing of
we
like good
no, we drink all those fucking like
estrogen.
the estrogen water, man.
Yes.
I was like, we're out here drinking all the drinks out there with their like sugar substitutes.
Mm.
Who fucking knows what some of that shit is? Like
Well, yes, I was
I
gonna say yeah.
it you know it I to be fair, I do drink, the zero sugar like monsters. So who the fuck am I to talk? But regardless, some of that shit, it could be a wild concoction. And genuinely, it's
Yeah,
just
and with like all
fucking nuts.
the uh preservatives and like pesticides and all that kind of nonsense in our food supply,
Hmm.
estrogen is just not something that I'm super worried about.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's
The
just
the least of my concerns is
birth
all
control
those all
estrogen.
those birth control pills, man, flowing in our tap water. I guess I'll just have
Insanity.
to get gayer and gayer and gayer.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, like
So
this idea of like policing, like looking for children displaying signs of homosexuality, that's just like ugh, icky to me. Because it's like I don't even know what you'd look for. Like I guess like flamboyant kids or like flamboyant boys are like more masculine girls, but it's like that's just how people are. Like
yeah.
there are feminine straight men and there are masculine straight women. So like
Hmm.
I don't know what you're expecting to find or what you're looking to really
Right.
weed out.
Yeah.
You end up like creeping out these kids by probing them about their supposed gayness, and then it's just going to get messy.
It really is. Um, So next one I have, this one, I as soon as I saw this, I was like, I can't not talk about this. This
Oh
has to
no.
go in. So recently, a leader of a neo-Nazi network whose members celebrated white supremacy, violent extremism, they were using, and these people like use telegrams as their primary source of communication. So these are like some old school fuckers. But anyway, their leader was unmasked as a California resident who used to review dildos and sex toys for a living.
Slay.
So there's a the according to the Huffington Post, Dallas Aaron Humber, who aged 33, a resident of Sacramento, is behind the hate, according to research by an anti-fascist groups that Huffington Post confirmed. The news organization explained Humber had become radicalized quickly, but had become obsessed with white supremacy, intolerance, bigotry, and hate over a prolonged period since being a teen. She noticed the shooter's obsession and literally gave her voice to his words. Since about 2003, when she was 14 years old, Humber created an extensive digital footprint that included blog and social media accounts that increasingly depicted Nazi sympathizing content, from writings to self-created drawings and other art, which celebrated the evils of the Holocaust. Um, she was also apparently an alleged recovering methamphetamine addict, but didn't respond to a ton of the news comments that they were asking. But despite having worked as an academic tutor and sold art at times, her current income is unclear. But for some time, yes, she worked as a dildo saleswoman and reviewed various sex toys, according to the report. The Telegram Collective advocates the most extreme and explicit iteration of white supremacy as a central component of the. Oh, darn. No, where'd it go?
What happened?
My notes went away. Oh,
Goodbye
there we go.
notes.
Okay. I
This is
don't know.
just a strange transition from like the
It's
sex
it
work to far right.
she yeah, but anyway, so she started reviewing stuff like this when she was only a teenager. She was reviewing like these products at like age 19. And
Okay.
so
Super
she was fully
super
out
prerogative.
there, like being a white supremacist, like sympathizing with the Holocaust, like doing all this, neo-Nazi shit, while also
Oh,
being
so
like, something that really popped my cherry with the Cherry Popper 5000 is its thick grip action, and you can really
mhm.
feel that in the thrusting when, here, let me demonstrate, just shoving it up her pussy.
I didn't realize that these were like two things are happening at the same time.
She That was her source of income for like a long period of time.
Which that's her prerogative, good for her,
So
but like it's
this
just
this woman,
strange.
yeah, she was fully just out there, like, being a white supremacist and all this neo-Nazi shit, while simultaneously, shoving the big black Willie 2000 up her hoo-ha.
I just sex positivity and far right extremism are something that so rarely
It's true.
coincides.
Yeah.
It's usually those two things are at odds. So I'm just like, I mean, okay, good for you that you're comfortable enough to do this, but also at the same time, like,
I'm
please stop
yeah.
hating minorities.
I'm a very sex positive person. I am. Let me be clear about that. But
I like sex, just
these
not
are two things that I feel like rarely coincide with one another.
rarely never coax. I've never
I have never
sort of
once
coexisting.
seen a like Nazi supremacist also have like, the petite rose petal massager 2000 now with ultra gripping action. Or I don't fucking
Ultra
know. I
gripping.
don't
What's getting gripped? I'm concerned.
I don't I look, I prefer the real thing, all right? So,
Fair enough. I actually will talk about that another day.
oh,
Um,
all right. Well,
anyways,
anyway, we'll get into that later, but end us off on a note here.
on a note, not a good note,
Yeah,
just a
I was
note.
gonna say at this segment, it's never really a good note.
I mean, you could say this is a good. I think
Okay.
there's some highs to this one. So
Okay.
according to the Daily Mail UK, a school chaplain has was fired for defending the right to disagree with LGBT policies at Trent College in Nottingham and has lost an unfair dismissal case. So first of all, I don't even 'cause I read that and I was like, I don't know what a chaplain is. I don't know.
Right.
The UK is weird. Um,
Yet another
chaplain
reason for you to
for
hate
my
the.
distaste, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So, first of all, a chaplain is defined as a clergyman in charge of a chapel or person chosen to conduct religious exercises by by Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
The chaplain, Reverend Dr. Bernard Randall, argues his rights were violated as his sermon was protected free speech. He was also reported by the school to an anti-terrorism program that aims to prevent radicalization. The police had identified him as not someone who was currently a danger. However, um he received I'm having such a hard time reading. He has received support from parents and students and ex-members of the Church of England. His sermon that got him in trouble to begin with was quoted saying, "You should be no more be told you have to accept LGBT ideology than you should be told you must be in favor of Brexit or be Muslim." However,
Mm.
he did stress that others should be treated with respect. Ultimately, Judge Victoria Butler found Dr. Randall's claims of harassment, unfair dismissal, discrimination, and victimization were invalid, and so the case was thrown out. So basically, this guy was saying during a sermon to like this preppy fucking religious school, he's
I was
like,
gonna say, yeah.
"You don't have to accept the gays. Can you focus,
Okay.
please?" Um, and the church was like, "Yeah, we don't think this." Not the church, even I
Yeah,
would say it
we're
was
we
the school.
the school was like, yeah, we don't fuck with what you're saying.
Yeah, like even if we like kind of agree, like keep it to yourself, dog. Keep it to yourself.
Literally.
Um,
Yeah, that's some wild shit right there.
but the judge, I mean, it's stupid that it happened. Also, like the Catholic school girl, it's not even Catholic school, it's the Church of England. It's different Catholic, but like
Right.
the religious school girlies, y'all are on your own.
I
It's
I don't
so
I don't
cool.
fuck with I don't fuck with the religious school people. I've only known one in my entire life. And they were a very nice person. But
Local
regardless,
towns.
I just can't. I can't fuck with them. I'm not gonna fuck with them. I don't plan on fucking with them. And speaking of Catholic school,
Let's take a
let's take a
break.
break.
And welcome back to our final segment of the latest and the gayest podcast.
A final
Today,
segment for some final ladies, one might say.
oh my, that's actually beautiful.
But thank
For
you.
how come
I'll
we can
be
always do this for
I'll
our
be here all week.
for the transitions. Um, but today we're gonna be celebrating uh the upcoming Scream 6 by celebrating some of the final girls in horror cinematography.
Because the gays love a good final girl.
Mm-hmm.
And the gays also love the horror genre, which has
They do
always
love the
been
horror.
we love ourselves some good horror. And
I think
I, for one, cannot wait.
me either.
So let's get into it.
Let's
So
get
who
into it
did you
deeper,
have
honey.
at your number five spot on your list,
My number five
Joshua?
spot. Well, I wanted to get so this is a newer movie.
Hmm.
Um so I guess a newer Final Girl. But
Right.
have you seen the menu?
No, but I've been wanting to. I've
Because I
really
don't
been wanting to, but I keep
I
seeing like clips of it everywhere online, and it looks so good.
I like it a lot. It's really I think it's really good. But basically I won't get into too much detail, but there is a final girl in that movie,
Right.
and she's a pretty so because she doesn't like her win is like it's it's triumphant, but like in a way that like I don't know how to put it. I just love her character, and I like that. I don't say it's like foreshadow that she's gonna be okay, but like she's the main character, so she's gonna like probably be
Yeah,
fine. She'll finally get out of
absolutely.
it.
Yeah,
But just the way the journey there and how she ends up saving herself is like kind
yeah.
of heartwarming. And so
Okay.
the character's name is Margot, played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Love
And also
her.
just she's also just a very great actress, and
She's becoming like the new like it girl.
she is.
She's
She's kind of like
becoming in a horror like it girl.
I'd say like she is to horror what like actually no, I'm not gonna go that far because I wouldn't say that's true.
Oh,
Because I was
okay.
gonna say like kind of like how Jennifer Lawrence was with um the young adult genre, but
Oh,
same
like
but
the
in like
Hunger Games and shit.
Hunger Games, and then but she kind of like
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say Anya Taylor Joy hasn't gotten that because like there people were feral over
She's
fucking.
getting there though.
She's getting there.
She's
She's getting
getting
there.
she
I
really
believe
is
in her.
getting there.
I believe in
Absolutely.
her.
Absolutely.
Who do you have, Alex, for your next one?
So I have this one kind of I've so to be fair, I've only seen the first movie in this horror franchise. However, this girl has spawned so many internet memes, it's just you can't help but talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
Tree Glebman from Happy Death Day.
You fucking got
She's
me.
the bitch who's like, you know that one clip where it's like they're walking through the college campus and then it's like,
No,
"You're
you're gay.
gay."
No, yes. Yeah. You took my number three.
Love
I'm so
her.
mad.
Love her,
I
love her, love her.
I love that clip so much. They're just
You're
you're
gay.
gay. Mm.
So good.
And also like she's like it's more of a campier horror flick
Oh,
too. So I
absolutely.
I I I get more satisfaction from
Truly.
her
Yeah.
because it's just fun.
You
It's
can't
just a
help
good.
but love it. Truly.
You can't help. You truly can't help it. I
Literally.
I need to figure out how to like not do this.
All right. Who do you got next?
So kind of what I was researching this. I wanted to give because I put them last. Also, it's been so long since I've seen the original Halloween that I didn't can put myself enough into. I didn't have enough time to like watch the things. I'm not a big movie person. But
Mhm.
Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode in the original Halloween.
She's an icon. She
She's
was
an
the Jamie Lee was the original Scream Queen.
original
So
Scream Queen and the
it
original
was
Final.
only fitting that like Ryan Murphy brought her back for Scream Queens, which we may be getting a season 3, and I'm very excited about that
Are we?
because there's a possibility. There's some rumors circulating that we might be getting a Scream Queen season 3, and I could literally give less of a shit about any of the other fucking characters. I just want to see Emma Chamberlain, not fucking Emma Chamber. I mean, I love Emma Chamberlain. Fucking Emma Roberts back as Chanel Oberlin. Chanel Oberlin is like I could talk about her all day, but we don't have the time.
Unfortunately,
But at Jamie Lee, such an icon,
icon legend.
such a triumphant woman of horror. Um, Next up on my list, I had Julie James, who was from the classic I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now,
What
this one was, I watched this one, Miss Jennifer Love Hewitt. I watched this one for the first time my sophomore year of college, and it was actually really funny because I watched it with a friend of mine, and she kept making fun of how like girls in horror movies always have like a specific scream.
Mhm.
Like it's always the same, and then like they're always, the stereotypical like they trip on literally nothing and then they can't get back up in time in order to escape the killer.
Mhm.
But Miss Julie, she spawned the iconic she's out in the middle of the street like, "What are you waiting for?" Jennifer Love Hewitt, Julie James, I know what you did last summer. Get it. Get into it.
Get into it. Get into it, Gila.
Miss Jennifer Love Hewitt. We
All right.
stand.
We do stand.
All
The
right.
next I have Ellen Ripley in Alien, played by Sigourney Weaver.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
because as a kid I loved Alien versus Predator.
Oh my God,
And that was
yeah.
my first. And so then like as an adult I went back and watched the original Alien.
Yep.
And just the like also I watched a lot about how like in that time period, like people were just more sensitive about things.
I think
So
so, yeah.
that was just like truly like totally like I think I was watching a video about actually The Exorcist, and I think it did. It might I think I was watching a video about.
There's some have you seen how people think The Exorcist is a cursed movie?
I mean,
Because
fair enough. Like,
apparently during the filming process of that film, some wild shit went on behind the scenes. And like one of the cast members who was in the movie, not only did like their character die in the film, but the actor also died like during post-production of
mhm.
the film. And there was just like a lot of really weird, spooky shit that went down during the
And like
filming of that movie.
I'm pretty sure one of the directors was like involved in like demonology, and he like not demonology, but he was like some kind of like
Satan worshiper or something.
no. He the opposite. Like
Oh,
he like I can't remember. It's been since that video, but like basically back in the day when in like the 80s and I guess maybe the
right.
70s a little bit too. I'm not sure when Alien came out. Um, just these kinds of movies, like something like going into space and there being an alien, would have
Yep.
been really unsettling. So like, and then the idea of like pushing him out and getting it like sucked up into the little,
Yeah.
it's just a very cool way for her to like win. I think,
Yeah.
especially
I
for like the time
also
period,
just
and also Sigourney
the
Weaver.
little the alien when like the little tiny alien like comes out of the mouth. I just thought that was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I that was
Cute.
more funny to me than scary, truth be told.
Well, that again, like you got like, if we watched The Exorcist now, like we'd be like, this is camp, like Mama, this is camp, this is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Um, but back in the day, people were like fainting and like
Oh yeah. This was like prime time
going
horror.
wild.
This was
'Cause people
prime
people got
quality
scared
horror for
easier.
them. Exactly. It
Hmm.
was still so innocent
And
back then.
young. Hmm. And now it's
Um,
like, mm,
for me, this is a franchise that I plan to touch on again on my list. However, Gail Weathers, aka she's played by Courtney Cox from Scream. Miss Gail Weathers, she's like the news reporter lady who Sydney like bitch slaps in the first movie.
mm,
And she's just like they've they've gone on so many ocular misadventures together, and there's so much to say about Gail Weathers, but just go like rewatch the Scream movies. And I love me some Sidney Prescott, but Gail turns the party. She
she does.
genuinely like she turns the party, and she's got like the quips and all the like funny like comebacks,
Mm,
and I love it. That is a reason I keep coming back. That's a reason
fair
I
enough.
keep coming back.
Keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
So as I said, you took my A Happy Death Day was my number three, so I'm gonna go to my last one. My
Okay.
last one was sorry, my brain farted. Florence Pugh as Danny in Midsummer,
Oh,
and I love her so much
I
because
just love Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh's a wonderful actress. She's also another
She's
like up and
she's
coming.
just genuinely, she's another it girl. I feel like
Hmm.
she's
For
really
sure.
like coming into her own. I think,
And
especially in like the MCU, she's blossomed, and then like
mhm,
the whole drama with "Don't Worry, Darling." I think we
oh,
touched
because
on that.
Harold.
Mr. Shia LaBeouf and Harold Styles and all that. I think we touched on it last season, but if you don't know, go look up the "Don't Worry, Darling" drama. It truly is something to behold.
It's
Um,
wild.
yeah,
It's truly
but
wild.
I think for me, finally, my girl, it is no secret that I am the whole reason I wanted to do this was because Scream is my favorite horror franchise, and the Scream franchise would not be complete without Sidney Prescott.
Of course.
Freaking like Sidney Prescott, Miss Nev Campbell. I she make you would not have the Scream franchise without Sidney Prescott. Like she just heard the whole fucking like, and even in the most recent one that came out like last year, I think, when she got the call about like, hey, apparently it's happening again. Do you have a gun? And she's like, I'm Sidney Prescott. Of course I have a gun. I was like, ooh, chills, 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 chills.
Slay Queen.
But speaking of things that are chilly, we've come to the end.
Aw, boo.
Aww.
Oh, you know, I just realized.
What?
So I forgot that your little icon for Discord is the alien in the dress.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my profile we record the show on Discord, and my profile picture on Discord is a the alien from Alien in like a black dress. And it's just it's I thought it was so fucking funny because there were, do you remember Kim Kardashian's like that weird dress that she wore where it was like almost an entire black bodysuit type
Mm-hmm.
thing? That was like when that happened, I remember people were posting that photo of the xenomorph in the black dress,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I just was like, this is so camp. Like this is camp. This is cunt. This is anything and everything.
Gives what needs to be gave.
It literally. But so anyway, thank you for joining us on yet another wonderful, wonderful, just campy cunty episode of the latest and the gayest. And if you would like, please like, subscribe, rate, and review the latest and the gayest on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and now officially iHeartRadio. We are now available on iHeartRadio, so go stream us there. And subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find the newest episode of the latest and the gayest out and available for free. And you can also find the video version of this episode out every Wednesday at hopefully 12 p.m. Fingers crossed that it'll be edited on time.
Drag me.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We're getting there, one step at a time.
And then check out our link. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at TLATG Pod to stay up to date on all the latest in the gayest tea, and find our link tree, which can be found in the bio of all of our social medias, to not only find all our social media links and where you can listen to the show, but you can also find links for some charitable organizations that we are promoting right now. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us yet again. And we hope that you have a, I don't know. I was
Wonderful
trying to
rest
think.
of your
I was
day.
trying to think of something clever, but I don't know.
You know
I don't know
what?
if
Some
I.
days you
You
just
know
don't have
what?
it in you.
You just don't have it in you. But I would like to go get something in me. So Goodbye.
Let's wrap it up.
Hey.
Hey.